WWE Raw kicks off with Brock Lesnar coming out, and Brock plays along with the crowd, then says he's going to beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. The Miz comes out and introduces Logan Paul, who comes out in the mask Miz stole from Rey Mysterio last week, and Dominic Mysterio chases Logan around the ring, and the referee sends Dominic to the back, and Rey versus Miz, and Rey wins with a roll-up. After the match, Dominic comes back out, and Rey takes his mask back from Logan, and then Rey and Dominic 619 and splash Miz. Seth Rollins has a meeting with Vince McMahon in his office, and Vince says to Seth all you had to do is ask for a match at WrestleMania, so you've got one. And Seth asks who his opponent is, and Vince says you'll find out when he makes his entrance at WrestleMania. Omos versus the Viking Raiders, Eddie Knivar, and Omos hits a clothesline and the Viking Raiders roll out of the ring and get counted out. After the match, Bobby Lashley makes his return and they knock each other down and both point at the WrestleMania sign. Backstage, Reggie proposes to Dana Brooke and she says yes. Then Akira Tozawa proposes to Tamina Snuka and she says yes too. Roman Reigns comes out with the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, and Paul Heyman, and Roman yells about it being personal with Brock and says he's taking his title at WrestleMania. Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, Sasha Banks and Naomi versus Carmella, Zelina Vega, Natalya and Shayna Baszler, and Rhea wins with a riptide on Zelina. Kevin Owens comes out and says he's going to kick Stone Cold Steve Austin's ass at WrestleMania and hit him with a stunner. Ricochet versus Austin Theory, and Theory wins with ATL. Bianca Belair comes out and says she's taking the title from Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. Then Becky attacks Bianca and goes to cut Bianca's ponytail off, but Bianca hits Becky with a KOD, then Bianca cuts some of Becky's hair. Drew McIntyre versus Baron Corbin with Madcap Moss, and Drew wins with a Claymore kick on Moss. After the match, Baron attacks Drew and takes his sword. Randy Orton and Matt Riddle versus the Usos, Jimmy and Jey Uso in the main event, with Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs on commentary, but the Street Profits Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins interfere, so it's a disqualification, but Riddle and Randy hit RKOs on the Street Profits. Well, we'll see you next week for the next Rush Raw review.